Opinions and ideas expressed in the following Moraine Valley Broadcast Channel recording are those of its creators and do not represent the views of Moraine Valley Community College.
All right, welcome to 10 Minutes of Anxiety with your host, Jay Johnson.
Ernesto Limon.
Stephanie.
And Jair.
All right, going to run through our definition of discourse. Mine would be speech or writing to communicate thoughts.
Engage in conversation.
The communication of thought, whether it be written or spoken, to exchange thoughts and ideas.
Do you think big companies see themselves as the problem
I would say
with
no.
obese people?
They always, I feel like, are putting the blame on the consumer rather than themselves.
Yeah, I would agree because the videos and stuff that we were watching in class, the lady from the beverage association, she said that people being big is due to overconsumption of calories.
Yeah.
So that they just offer the drinks. They don't actually force anybody to drink.
Yeah, but it's like they're making it so accessible at such a low price. It's like they're almost saying like, oh, buy our stuff, but don't blame us for how much you buy.
Yeah, they really like to sugarcoat their products and blame it on other things like not exercising too much.
Right. What about marketing? Like McDonald's, how they specifically market to kids. How many companies do you think key demographic is just children?
Besides McDonald's?
Yeah, like besides McDonald's. I mean, because obviously they have the characters and stuff and the kids' meals, so kids want to go in there and grab food just for the toy. But I mean, like there are cereals, like Frosted Flakes with Tony the Tiger, where they show him being active, but it's one of the most sugary cereals.
Yeah.
I think Chick-fil-A is pretty kid-friendly.
That's true.
They
have the
gear towards
play
kids?
place
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, true.
Right, so. And I feel like they always try and make their food seem like healthier because they have chicken as their main thing, but it's like probably the same as Burger King and all that stuff.
Yeah, I never thought about those play places, because like McDonald's has those, Burger King has those, so kids really want to go in and just have a good time, quote unquote.
But a majority of the time, the kids are playing there and not even eating.
Yeah, that's. Maybe we can go into a different question. How much do you guys think the media plays a hand in what people consume? Like Facebook or commercials
I think
or
it's
YouTube?
like a huge impact because it's like there's ads everywhere. You can go on any website and see an ad for any fast food, or not even just fast food, but just anything like unhealthy, I guess.
I don't really think you can avoid the ads, because even on YouTube, if I click on like a Let's Play video of someone playing a game, I can get a Burger King commercial before that has nothing to do with what I'm about to watch, but they advertise it because they paid for that slot. So I don't know. I feel like media, there's a lot of little things that like Twitter and Facebook have, like just on the sidebars or the sponsored posts that get you to want to buy their stuff.
Yeah, like a lot of their commercials that I've seen, really like, they just have like one really beautiful woman and she's just eating like a hamburger or something, and they make it seem like it's so good.
Yeah, it's always good-looking people in the commercials.
Honestly, those are the grossest commercials.
Yeah.
I guess we can go into...
Should we talk about that girl in the video of talking about like the Dear Fat People thing on YouTube?
Yeah, for the
the media.
Yeah, what was her name? Do you remember?
I don't know. I just know the name of the video was Dear Fat People.
Yeah, well, she was really making it seem
personal.
like it was personal responsibility for bigger people to
and that could like influence how people who've seen the video think about it too. So
if she's a public figure,
exactly,
and
so
people
that's
can't
another
form
way
their own thoughts.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I would agree, especially because she was talking about the big kid on the plane sitting next to her, and like she was saying that all he has to do is, walk instead of ride the cart to the airport. But I don't feel like she had a full understanding on what it was, because she made it seem like it was just overeating that makes people big.
Yeah, and I think if you're uneducated on the subject and you try explaining something, it's gonna shape the way that someone else either reading the article or watching the video is gonna understand something in an incorrect way.
Right, yeah, because if you're a public figure, and I mean, you're spewing out nonsense, and you have a following, that's gonna influence a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how many people actually think it's personal responsibility, though. I don't know if any of you guys, do you think it's personal responsibility that...
No, I think I think it could be a factor of both. Like, you can exercise, but it's also like the food industry making it so accessible. You can go down the street and there's like 20 fast food restaurants available to you at any time. So I think it's
Throughout that
both.
YouTube video, she also kind of said she didn't want to put the, like, how do I say it? She was saying that she didn't always put it on the fat people. Like, she through half of the YouTube video, through some of the cuts, she would stop and say that I'm not trying to
like blame.
She's like,
yeah, she
giving
didn't
them
want
the
to
hard
blame
truth,
them.
or
Yeah.
what she assumed was the hard truth. Like, she was trying to be kind, but she was being really, really,
Yeah, she wasn't being
really,
kind
really
at all.
mean. No, but yeah, I definitely think there's more than just personal responsibility that goes into that. I actually have right here, David A. Katz did a study on over 2,000 patients, and the study was for depression in obese people, and the people with depression, the people that were obese, were, I'm trying to find the percentage, but the more obese people have depression than anybody else, which I think can make it harder to be motivated to get outside, or, you know, like if you have people putting you down and you already have depression, it's I mean, it's just going to tear down your walls. You're not going to really want to do anything.
It's just added pressure.
Right. So when you sit inside and play video games, you know, while you eat fast food, it's not saying that all of them eat fast food, but in that scenario, that's... Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely more than just, oh, you're fat, so go take a walk.
Like the fat shaming.
Yeah, and when we watched that video where it was like the bigger people all talking about that they know what people say behind their backs, they can hear them. Or the one lady was like, somebody came up to my grocery cart in the store and took stuff out of it saying I didn't need it.
Yeah.
That-
And a lot of the time, like, some people have something where they can't just go out and exercise. Like, my aunt, she has muscular dystrophy, and she's overweight. Like, her doctors told her that she's obese, but she can't physically exercise. She's doing what she can to, like, go to physical therapy and, like, get her workouts in. But it's like, if someone were to just see her walking around, like, they wouldn't think that, oh, she has muscular dystrophy. It's okay that she's overweight. But it's like she can't really do much about that. So it's like,
yeah, there are a lot of health issues. Like I read something. I don't have the website offhand, but it was saying that like insulin rejection could be a reason for people being obese. So I mean, it's not just, oh, you need to go for a run. Like, yeah, you to help yourself, you could get up, but I mean, if you physically cannot get up or you're not motivated to get up, that's when people start.
yeah.
And my entire family is kind of like pre-diabetic, so it can really affect everyone. Like me, I basically could be diabetic really, really fast if I don't eat right. So that's kind of scared about that, because I don't want to keep on injecting myself or picking at my finger to just draw blood to see if it's okay level.
And we kind of touched base on it, but how do you think society really views obese people?
I think people are really quick to judge before, like, without even knowing the person. Like, they could see someone who's overweight or obese at the store and judge them. Like you said, the girl would grab something out of her cart and say, oh, you don't need this. And I just can't believe people would even have the audacity to do that. Just go up to someone and say, you don't need to eat that. Okay, well, what if they like it?
Yeah, see, I had a couple weeks ago I brought up in class that that movies and stuff, I feel like, shape the way that bigger people are seen, because in a lot of movies the fat character is always the comic relief. Like I know Mr. Hogan brought up Shallow Hal, and I mean there's movies like recently Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. There's a human character in that movie, and he's bigger, and his sole purpose of that movie is to be a baker who is trying to like set up a bakery shop, and just all the funny lines come from him or while he's eating. So I mean, like, I feel like that kind of stuff, it just doesn't help. Or even The Goonies, if any of you have seen it, Chunk do the truffle shuffle because he's big and jiggly.
Yeah.
So I know, I'm sure everyone's heard it in person, where like a bigger person gets asked to do the truffle shuffle just because they're big.
Yeah, I think movies definitely play a big part in how obese people are seen.
Yeah, and I want to say it's gotten a little bit better than before, because I know in earlier years it used to be even worse, but now we're kind of like bringing up the average size as being more acceptable. So that can probably play a role.
Yeah, they're a little off topic, but there's a comic book now about a big superhero, and it's a woman. It's more for the bigger kids who don't feel like when they see Captain America that, you know, they could be him because they're bigger. So I mean, just little stuff like that. Media now, like you said, is kind of helping with like less body shaming. But yeah, it's just not helping. That about wraps it up. Thank you for listening to 10 Minutes of Anxiety.